Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Molly.
Aren't you excited to be here this morning?
I am very excited to be here.
Like, you almost scared the crap out of me.
Well, that was. Hope it wasn't that scary. It's Thursday.
Me and
Beth
Sally
got
were
first.
just like, holy shit, who put a quarter in her?
Yeah, really. You're just talking all normalish, and then all of a sudden.
Well, I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm gonna have a great day.
I gotta get some listing done today.
Nothing's going on that's like special or anything, but I'm in a pretty good mood today. Had a fairly good night. I think I went to bed about 12, and the puppy slept in the bed with me.
How'd that go?
Did that go okay?
Actually, it went really good. Yeah.
Really?
He slept right by me. He was like huddled up right next to me, and he slept. I think we woke up. It was a little bit after 5. We woke up, and yeah. As far as I know, I mean, I can't say what happened if I'm like, in a deep sleep or whatever. I mean, he could have got up, but he couldn't have gotten back in bed. So I'm sure he didn't like get off the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he didn't poop in your bed, so that's good.
No. And he was ready. As soon as we got up, we went outside, and he did his business, and then everything was good.
Good.
Hopefully potty training won't be too bad either.
He's actually doing really well with that.
Because with little dogs, it can go either way.
We, because I have a thing where I go outside and smoke about once an hour. And so when I go outside and smoke, I take the dogs out. And usually the bigger dogs, they don't have to go out that often. But, the way I was thinking about it, the dog's got a small bladder. As soon as he eats, he's probably going to poop about 15 or 20 minutes after that.
Is he close to you right now?
Actually, he likes to sleep at my feet.
I was gonna have Jonah come over here so you could see him.
Let me get him. No.
Jonah, come here.
Come here.
Pelican, the dog.
I'm sleeping, and you want to wake me up?
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Jesus. Ringo. Nikki says hi.
Say or hi. Not see ya.
So cute.
Says, can I go back to sleep now? I'm so tired.
I'm tired, Mommy.
I can't even keep my head up.
Oh.
His name is Ringo Starr Cunningham.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Such a cool baby, huh? Yeah, she's a mama's baby, huh?
Jonah loves puppies.
Oh, they're so cute.
Everybody loves puppies. Who
Yeah,
doesn't love puppies?
Mostly.
Yeah, but we went outside and we played a little bit, and then he has this thing now where he's constantly following around Elvis. So, and Elvis isn't quite too sure about that, but yeah. So Margot said, did you say you spoke to eBay about our hurricane credits? Beth said that. And then Margot said, I did. They said it's automatic and I'm in the affected area. When will you get the shipping supply coupon? I don't know. Let's see. This is what they emailed. Please note that these benefits will be applied to your accounts automatically, so you do not need to do anything on your end to opt in. So basically, if you're in the affected area, which I hope, you know, for everybody's sake that was affected by it, hopefully that area is correct, you know.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if not, I would just
So-
call eBay and tell them.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, that's what you have to do. You have to be proactive about it, and you know, if you don't get the credit, then you need to talk to them.
Yep.
And then she said, once we finalize the dates for this process, we will update you either by email or through eBay community boards. So, I mean, between that and here, you would think that somebody would know, you know, something about it.
Mhm. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, but yeah, I was pretty impressed with them last night. I didn't think that I would be able to sleep, you know, as long as I did. So, but he got under the covers and butted up next to me, and he was out like a light. I didn't want him to, because Elvis and Roscoe, you know, sleep in the bed too, so I didn't want him getting up and like bothering them and all that. So it doesn't. I as far as I know, he didn't do that. So yeah, Margot, looks like, you know, you're the go-to person as far as that goes, you know, to get us that information. So we much appreciate that. Before the show started, I was talking to Nikki and Sally, and I was telling them about yes, last night was actually pretty productive. Number one, I got over my 1100 mark,
Awesome.
so that's good. I'm building myself back up. Because originally I was at 13. I just got over the 13. And then between, you know, selling items and losing 150 items, you know, that went down to around 1,000. So I'm working my way back up. And then I got some inventory, because what I do is when I take the pictures, I bag it up. I put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I put it, you know, in a tote or something like that to be taken into the inventory room and be put away. And sometimes that definitely builds up because, you know, I run out of time or I'm just lazy. You know, I'm not gonna lie. There ain't no need to lie about it.
Mm-mm.
And so it just builds up, and so I probably had about 40 items that needed to get put away, and you know.
I probably have more than that.
So
I got me a
did you find
pretty good little stack going on.
did you find your tie? No? Uh-oh.
So I decided I sent them a better tie,
Okay.
but and almost the same kind of
Okay.
style. But I'm just gonna refund them and say, oh, I think I sent you the wrong thing, and then maybe that will keep me
I
on
wouldn't
the
even say anything to them.
well. Just refund them.
Just refund them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then if I do that, then they'll know something's up. I don't know.
I don't know.
And I'm top rated today.
Woohoo! You're back. You're back in black. That's great.
Yeah.
Great, great, great.
So happy for that.
Yeah, so I got some. I think I got. I didn't get very many listings up, but you know, I got some other things done and made a. Let's see. Yeah, Sassy Seller said send a nice message that says, "Hi, I'm sorry. There was an inventory error and I've sent a nice tie to replace it. I will refund you and have a great day." Yeah, I'd probably do that. Because, well, Beth said if that she disagrees with that, not everyone sees the refunds. They might open an INAG case if they don't realize I got a refund. So, yeah, that's probably true. I agree with you, Beth. Um, so you know, I got some stuff done. Things that were kind of hanging over my head that needed to get done, and so I got that taken care of, and so now I can move on today. I got about 6 drafts done last night, so it was
Good.
productive. It's getting a little bit better now because I can, because before, like the first couple of days when Ringo got here, you know, I was kind of dealing with him. So now things have kind of calmed down. We've got our little routine going. So yeah, seems to, we're back.
That's good.
Yeah.
Beth wants to know when we're doing a challenge.
Hmm. When are we doing a challenge? I have a Home Depot box full of toys I need to work through. I don't know.
Oh, either.
um,
I could work for a little bit today, but because I don't
Sally,
have
you
to.
got to go to work.
Well,
You got
I
to get.
know.
You got to get some sleep.
I am at work. What are you talking about? This is my badge.
That's your badge.
I'm at work now.
I always see you with that. Wouldn't that be funny if she went to work with that measuring tape around her neck? That would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would. You're like, what the hell is
Be like,
that?
yeah, what are you doing? All right. You guys want a morning challenge? We can do a morning challenge. Morning challenge. It's on officially at 8:30, which is 5 minutes for me anyway. 9:30 for everybody else. You must be 60 inches tall to buy this item. You're so funny, Beth.
Or
One
like,
thing that I did want to say is I do appreciate you guys for sometimes people feel like, you know, if they disagree with somebody, they feel, you know, bad. I appreciate that you guys, you know, put your 2 cents in and say, no, I disagree with that. You know, I would do this and that. I appreciate that. Um, I think that's a good thing. So,
yeah, it is.
yeah, so we got 5 minutes and then we're going to do a challenge. What do you want? What do you want to do? Do you want to do something different? Do you want to just do numbers? How long are you planning on staying up, Sally?
Maybe until like 1 or 2.
Okay, so let's do it
If I
till
can. if I can. I'll stay as long as I can.
Okay. Let's do a challenge from now until my time, noon.
Okay. That works. I gotta get some work done.
And let's try something. Let's try something new. Let's see. And now I'm not going to do any money with this, but let's see if you can sell something that you list within the 4 hours.
Yeah. We'll definitely try.
I mean, I'm sure it happens, but
Oh, yeah.
you know, we probably don't all know about it. So,
I sold a pair of pants last night that I listed the day before.
well, that's good. And I have a lot of respect for you, Beth, for doing that. I appreciate it. A lot of people wouldn't, you know, there's a lot of people that would get offended by that. But you know, I don't do that. Okay, so Shantae, we're having a morning listing challenge, and from you got 3 minutes.
Ready, set, go.
Yep. On your mark.
I'm back.
Welcome
All
back,
right.
Kata.
You know, I heard you guys talking about her tape measure around her neck. It'd be funny if she showed up to work with that.
Yeah.
I would consistently show up to work with eBay tape on my shirt all the time. It was a common thing.
So would it be on purpose or would it just be?
No, just eBay. I would be ripping stuff off or not eBay tape, but just tape.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, people would be like, "You got tape on your shirt." It's like, oh shit, because I do my shipping right away in the morning before I went to work. I was half asleep, you know, because I'd be doing it at like 4 a.m. And yeah, I mean, you know, you take stuff off and I would just quick, you know, and I don't know. Like when I first take off the roll, because I fold it over so it doesn't get
Right.
lost in the roll. And
Right.
I would rip that off and I just stick it on my shirt, I guess.
Right.
And yeah, it's a common thing for me to show up with tape on my shirt. It's happened more than once.
So we are doing a listing challenge, Nikki. Everybody wanted to do one, so we're doing one. We got
Okay.
I figured I'd go until noon. So if you want in, come on in and get in on this. Sally's already working.
Hmm.
Got to catch up with her. But
Yeah, I'm not supposed to do any listing or reading, but I told him, I said, well, that ain't gonna happen.
so what did the doctor tell you?
I have a mild concussion. I'm not supposed to read. I'm not supposed to jar my head. I'm not supposed to heavy lift. Blah blah blah. Just normal stuff. Not supposed to drive. I'm like, whatever.
If you got to drive, you got to drive. But I mean, did you have any sales or anything yesterday that you have to ship out?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice light stuff though.
Are you going to be able to make it to the post office?
Yeah, I'll just drive myself to the post office.
Nikki.
My husband picked me up last night because he told me because he goes, did you drive here? And I says, the doctor says, did you drive here? I said, yeah. He goes, well, you're not driving home. I was like, all right, I'll call my husband. So he came, him and my daughter came. We drove over to Superior. I got in the driver's seat and drove the rest of the way home.
Oh my God. You're such a
Yeah.
bad patient.
Well, I mean, it's not bothering me to drive. I mean, I got a
No,
headache
but
either
that's
way.
not the thing. This is not the thing. This is not the reason why you shouldn't be driving. The reason why you shouldn't be driving is because you could pass out at the wheel
Oh, yeah.
from your
I
concussion.
don't feel faint or anything. I mean, I could see the first day, you know, yesterday, yeah. But today, I mean, other than a headache, I feel fine. I mean, like yesterday, I mean, I was sick to my stomach and everything. I mean, I puked a couple times yesterday.
Right.
But hey, I feel, you know, I mean, I got a headache, but other than that, I feel fine. And like this morning, I was reading the chat in Dusty's show, and yeah, I had to stop doing that. I just shut the show off.
Right.
When I have it sideways, the chat still keeps scrolling across the screen,
Uh-huh.
across the video. So if I'm watching the video, I'm also watching the chat. So I just had to shut it off. And then I want to start watching The Walking Dead because I always watch binge watch the back episodes of The Walking Dead, all the seasons, before the new ones start.
Mm-hmm.
So this morning I tried watching The Walking Dead. Well, that's not something that I can just listen to.
Right.
So yeah, I had to shut that off too because it was bothering my eyes. And I got this twitch above my eye. I don't know. I can't get rid of it. It won't stop twitching.
Where did you hit your head
end up
at?
screwing myself up. Huh?
Where did you hit? Where on your head did you hit it?
Towards the backish side. Not by the temple, but behind my, like almost like behind my ear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've hit myself in the forehead. A couple weeks ago, I hit myself in the back of the head. Now I've hit myself on the side of the head. I guess I got to do one more shot on the other side.
You need to get you a damn helmet. That's what you need.
But I mean, the main thing is that you have to be aware of is a bleed. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, that's definitely something you don't want to
Well, they did a
have.
thing last night. Yesterday they did a scan. So
Okay, that's good.
yeah, he wasn't going to do one, but when I told him about my hitting my head a couple weeks ago, then he was like, "Hey, wait a minute, we need to check this out."
Yeah, which is
But
a good idea. Some people can have a small bleed and not even know it. You know,
yeah,
so
I'm all right. I'll live. He just said it's just a mild concussion. He figured that's how it caused the sickness to my stomach and stuff. And he said usually he tells people like for it can. I mean, a concussion. The effects of a concussion can last like up to 3 months or whatever. But he said he doesn't think that that's going to happen to me. He figures probably a week and I'll be good.
yeah.
And then I got to make an appointment to come back and see him. And
I was thinking about, because I just got a call from my doctor's saying that I have an appointment tomorrow in the morning at 7:30.
like,
I don't want to go to the doctor tomorrow.
But you know what? That's actually a really good time for you to go in.
I know.
yeah.
I know.
You might as well
But
just do it.
I don't want to do it.
Well, you still need to.
Well, I may just call and cancel.
And
Your
I'll
sister's
just
telling you.
call the doctor and tell him to uncancel it. How's that?
And I'll say, my sister may call you and tell you that I don't want to cancel this, but I really want to cancel this. She's in Kansas. She can't do shit. She can't make me come over there.
But I mean, like I told my doctor, I said, you know, because he's like, well, you really, because he was asking what I do for a living, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, and he goes, well, you shouldn't do that for at least a week until you see me again and listing and stuff, you know. And I really don't want you doing that much computer work. Well, that ain't going to happen because I have to keep my business going. So He goes, well, just limit it then. You're not going to listen. At least limit it. I think, yeah, okay.
Oh, I just want you to be careful.
Yeah, I will. I'm pretty smart when it comes to medical stuff, so I know like signs of whatever and blah. I was raised by a nurse, so I know to watch out for certain things. And I
Right.
mean, not that I think I'm Dr. Nikki or anything, but I know when I need to be extra careful and stuff like that. I mean, like the first time I didn't feel like I needed to go to the doctor a couple weeks ago after hitting my head on cement, but
Right.
because I felt okay the next day. Um, but this time I was kind of concerned because I had hit my head before just a couple weeks ago, and then like yesterday all day I was sick all day, and so then it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I need to go in. And so I mean, I know
Well, and
Kennington I do.
that's good that you know, but sometimes, even though we
I,
know that we should be doing something, sometimes we don't necessarily do them.
like I know to watch for signs, like last night I was chatting with you guys a little bit,
Hmm.
and then I just kind of faded off because I knew I shouldn't be doing that, because it was starting to hurt my eyes, it was starting to hurt my
Right.
head, so I'm aware of my feelings and stuff like that. So I know when I've done too much.
Yeah.
I just wish this twitch would go away.
It's got to be
Driving me
something. It's
nuts.
got to be something with the muscles. So, maybe it has something to do with overusage or strain or something like that.
Maybe.
But I ain't saying nothing else.
We'll make it through it.
And that's where that ibuprofen
I'm
might
that way
come
too.
too. It might help the swelling wherever there's swelling. There it might help that. So maybe that twitch, maybe there's a little bit of swelling, and maybe that ibuprofen will help that. Possibly.
See, yesterday I listened to a bunch of well, not a bunch, but a couple episodes of Scavenger Life, because those guys you can just listen to. So I could still get my YouTube fix in, but I wasn't actually watching something.
Right.
And then last night, did you guys see what I told you about the handicap sticker?
No.
I missed that one.
Oh, I was so pissed. I went to the stop at the grocery store so I could get something to eat for supper. And because I didn't want to cook. So I grabbed some fried chicken and watermelon. One of my favorite things to eat. Anyways, grocery store. And this guy's parked behind blocking me in. Parked right behind my car. He's sitting in his car. And so I put my groceries in the car and stuff. And I was like, can you move? And he's like, no. And I said, well, I'm going to try to get out here. And he's like, no. Anybody that doesn't know, I have a handicap sticker because when my knee was in its worst and when I had that back problem, my doctor gave me a handicap sticker because I worked downtown Duluth, which was all hills. And
Right.
and if I didn't have it, I would have had to walk uphill like for blocks and blocks and blocks. So with the handicap sticker, I could park right out front. They gave me a permanent handicap sticker, and normally I only use it on bad knee days. Anyways, when I have a hard time walking with my knee. Last night with my concussion, I thought, well, I'll park closer, you know. So anyways, my handicap sticker was on my dash. Well, this guy was blocking me in because he had called the cops because he figured I didn't have a handicap sticker.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And he wasn't going to move till the cops got there. So I grabbed the handicap sticker off the dash. I went and shoved it in his face, said a few choice words, and told him to get the F out of my way.
Mhm.
I rammed him. And he really did need the cops.
Wow.
Oh, I was like,
Funny.
yeah. Oh, mind his own damn business.
Yeah.
I wasn't very ladylike last night, let me tell you. Wasn't in the mood for somebody's bullshit. Well,
Well,
I didn't see the handicap because they normally you hang them on your mirror, you know.
right.
Well, I just always throw mine up on the dash, you know. And so he didn't see it on my mirror, so he just assumed that I didn't have one. It's like, well, get off your fat ass and walk around the car and look on the dashboard because that's where it is. Asshole. Oh, I was pissed.
You know, there's just people out there just
Amanda.
looking for trouble. I mean, it's
Well,
good
exactly.
in a sense to have those people, but you know, it's kind of like having a Mrs. Kravitz, you know, around every corner
Yeah.
trying to pin you on something.
You just can't. You just feel like you can't do anything because. Yeah, I don't normally take parking handicap only when, like I said, when I have bad knee days.
Right.
But if I need it, I have that sticker for a reason, you know.
That's right.
Most of the time, I just walk and try to push through the pain on my knee. You know, I just do it. You know, but some days it's like, well, I can't do it. I need to work closer.
Right. And it's good that, you know, you don't let that bother you. You know, you don't
Well,
let that control you as far as you know, if you
one
feel
time I had
okay
a
to walk, you'll do that. Basically is what I'm trying to say.
well, I got to keep my knee limber. You know. One time I had somebody come by me and say, "Isn't handicapped." It's like, what an ignorant thing for you to say. Just assume that I got a handicap sticker because I'm fat.
Yep. Was it a man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry guys. That was completely racist or sexist, but
It's a typical thing for a man. Yeah.
I hope you're not offended. If you are, let me know. I'll apologize to you.
Well, and then one time this one guy who was yelling, and he's like, because I was backing out of a spot and or pulling into a spot, excuse me, and I parked and I had my window open. I parked, and all of a sudden I heard this guy yell out his window, "Yeah, I'll be there in a minute as soon as this fucking crip gets out of my way." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? What a jerk!" You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet you were very surprised when you heard that.
Yeah. 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 Some people are just ignorant.
Yep.
My daughter was with me, and she's like, "Oh my god," and she knows me.
You did it, man.
Mommy,
You
no. And I'm like, you know, what if I was really badly crippled where that would really be offensive to me? You know what I mean? What if I was
right,
in a wheelchair to be
right.
taught a lesson?
Yep.
For all
You
those
should.
people who really are crippled bad that need that spot, you know, I mean, that
Right.
absolutely, you know, I mean, if I have to, I don't have to park there, you know. And I mean, but what about the people in the wheelchair and stuff that can't help it? They can't, you know, they don't have any other way to be, you know.
Right.
So I went and told him. I told him, boy, you should have seen his face. His jaw just dropped. I was like,
Oh man. I thought it
yeah,
was. I'm sure it was like deer in the headlights. Like, oh, what did I do?
yeah. I don't think he expected me to come up to him. And that was when I was really bad. That was right after one of my knee surgeries, and I had crutches at the time.
Oh gosh.
And Brandy's like, "Keep your crutches on the ground, mommy. Keep your crutches on." I said, "Don't worry, I
Oh
won't hit
my
him in the
God.
head with it, even though that's what he deserves."
And sometimes, just making how would you say it? Like, I mean, you can hurt people for the most part with words.
Yeah.
You can really put somebody down enough where, I mean, they just feel like, about 2 inches high. Um, and so, sometimes you have to do that just to kind of, let them know where you stand. And, I mean, you don't have to hit them, but the words that you're saying, you can really they can really take a pounding. Uh,
I mean, just the way he said it, you know. I mean, it just, you know, called it a crip and everything else. You know, I mean, just
right.
yeah. I mean, he was just ignorant all the
There's
way around.
there's no reason for that. Um, Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and that's awesome, Grandma Magic Classics. She said she hit
Yeah.
her 700 positive feedback today. That's great. That is awesome. Grandma Magic Classics, I have a question for you. Actually, it's a challenge. I would like to see Grandma Magic Classics do some haul videos.
Yeah.
I would actually like to, see a lot of the people that's in the chat. I would love to see more haul videos, but especially Grandma Magic Classics. And you can make it so your face doesn't have to, you don't have to have your face on the video. You can just do it like, camera face forward and do your video. I think that would be awesome. And I know that it's hard. There's been it took me a long time to even be able to do a halfway decent haul video. My haul videos suck. But and definitely, being on camera here and all of that has helped me, but they still suck. But at least
Well,
a lot of people want to know what you're selling, what you're buying. Um, you know, the Comfortable Life says, y'all wouldn't want to hear what I tell people. I don't hold back, man or woman. I remark or weird look. I give them a cussing they ain't never
yeah.
had. Well, that's not good. I mean, I guess if, in certain situations, but you have to have a little bit of empathy, or you kind of have to hold back sometime. I guess you don't hold back at all.
Not if they're being rude to you.
That'd be great, Grandma Magic Closet. She said she thought about it and she did order a camera. Maybe someday. I think
Okay.
that would be great.
Well, I just subscribed and clicked the bell so that when she does make videos,
Woohoo! That's
oh, you're ready.
awesome. There you go. Yeah, I think that would be a great thing. Sally ran off. Where'd she go?
I don't know, maybe she went to smoke.
I didn't even realize that she was gone. I hope that didn't sound bad. I didn't realize she was gone. That sounded horrible. Yeah, so I got all these bags of clothes that I have to go in. I have to make sure that they're, see if they're in my active listings, and then if they're not, then I have to relist them. And I'm going to have to do that through my whole entire inventory, which really sucks. But I need to be able to find um, those items that got kicked off of there. And those are the only ones that I know about, the 150 that I know about. That could have happened
Yeah.
before, you know, 2, 3, 5 at a time, here and there. I would I would probably guess there's probably about 3 to 400 items that have
2, 3
slowly
at a time
fallen off.
here and there.
Why is there an echo?
I would probably guess there's probably about
Probably be my
3
fault.
to 400.
Okay.
You gotta put it on. You gotta put it on the YouTube on mute or whatever. There you go.
Yeah, I forgot to do that before I hit join. Sorry.
It's okay. No worries.
Well done.
It happens. How are you this morning?
I am good. How are y'all this morning?
Doing good. Doing good.
Good.
Just getting some stuff listed. We're having a listing challenge this morning.
Ah,
Just kind of
that's
a last minute surprise. Let's see, Beth and Grandma Magic Classics, and um, they were all wanting a listing challenge. So I figured we'd start one and go till noon, see how it goes.
I see this morning Steven Scroggins went live in the middle of the night, but it's not there anymore. He must have just been testing things out.
Oh,
It was on my notifications this morning.
huh. What was the listing challenge this week? When we do right now, when we're doing the listing challenges, I don't back. That's why I'm banned from places, even one hospital. Oh,
We haven't had a listing challenge for the week in some time, have we?
I mean, we'll do the listing challenge, but we don't really put a number on it or anything like that. But the listing challenge is just to see okay, so this is what I told Sally. So we would do um, see if you can sell something that you've listed within this 4-hour challenge. And I know for me, I've never done that. I've never sold anything the same day that I've listed it. So that would be awesome if that could happen. But yeah. And actually next, I think this Saturday, I'm going to do another big listing challenge, and I want to start. So we'll have the listing challenge, but I also want to put a twist on it, and I also want to. Why is there a fly in here?
That time of year.
Yeah. So I want to put a twist on it, and I want to do the same thing. See if you can sell something that you've listed within the challenge. But anybody that wants to get in on that, you put in $1 for the pool, and then so that goes in your dollar goes into a pool, gets you entered into the challenge, and then if you sell something within the challenge time, then you get the pot. But you have to show proof. So basically, you have to show like a screenshot or something that says when you listed it and when you sold it. It has to have a time frame on it. It just has to be verified. You know, when we do this, we kind of do the honor system, but you know, when it deals with money and everything, then you know, we have to show proof. So that's where we're at. Let's see. Sally buy Polaroid cameras. I sell them in a day. Love the quick flips. I have sold a couple of the Polaroid cameras, but I never sell them super quick. I mean, if anything, it's like the next day.
You know what I heard?
What?
Sally, bipolar cameras.
Sally's bipolar.
I'm like, what?
What the heck just happened?
Who told you? No, this Joe was just telling me about some dream that he had. He works at night too. He didn't get home until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh gosh.
Crazy dream that his freezer at work died. So I had a freezer that I was going to give to his work or sell his work or something. But it was haunted.
Oh.
It was a haunted freezer. Yeah. And you know what? The like things would scream Hurricane Harvey. Like he said it was like this hurricane.
What the hell are you talking about? I was reading the chat, which I'm not supposed to do. I see this new person, Jennifer Santiago, which I've seen her other places, so she's not really new to the community. But she said I am the kind of listing challenge is awesome, new to the channel. Hi, welcome, Jennifer. And now you're going to scare her away. I'm just kidding.
I'm not smoking nothing.
You have a freezer that you are going to give to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but the freezer's haunted.
Uh-huh.
Or you already gave it to him and it did this at his house.
It was actually at McDonald's. The freezer was, and it's haunted, and it screams Hurricane Harvey.
This was a dream, right?
Uh-huh.
So you
not mine.
Just want to make sure that I was following you.
I missed that part. I didn't know it was a dream. All right. Well, continue.
Oh And
Nikki was trying
Like-
to figure out how to respond to that, if that was a real
Mhm.
thing.
she's like, "You're freaking nuts."
Like, Sally, you're out of your fucking mind.
um, yeah, this was
All right,
my
I missed
this
that it
was my
was a
son's
dream. I'm
dream.
sorry.
This was my son's dream.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, and he was telling me this. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. He says, but it's been like, it was like the most detailed dream he's had like in a year. He used to have some whoppers, man. Like I don't know
You should have
what
told him,
that kid
dude.
was
You
thinking.
need to smoke a joint.
Jennifer said she won't get scared away easy. That's good.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, we're we're a little bit crazy here. And when I say we, I just mean me.
Yeah, because me and Valerie are as normal as they come.
That's
Mhm.
right. We're
I
just
mean,
little. Let's
I'm eating
see.
trail mix
Yeah.
cookies for dinner or for breakfast.
I'm subscribed to Jennifer also. I watch her videos.
Valerie says, I'm not a morning person, but you guys make it great with your comments and laughs. Makes the morning so much better. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Glad we can help.
It goes both ways.
Grandma Magic Classic says my living room is set up for watching 8mm home videos, which is awesome. I kept grabbing the movies when I found them. No idea why, but we had fun watching them last night. 1960s Christmas parties and proms.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I think that would be awesome. I mean, just to kind of watch their, like a Christmas party. I mean, you see different people, people dancing and just the dances that were in at that time, and the clothing, and actually it really gives you a. I like to do vintage, like super vintage clothing. And I definitely, that would keep your eye open for different pieces. So I hear you. Yeah, definitely we'll keep an eye out for the. I'll have to go into YouTube and like your video if I haven't already.
Yeah.
I would love to see some. Oh, Jennifer says she watched some older videos. Seems like I'll fit right in. That's all right, because we're all just normal, everyday, run of the mill. Not run of the mill, because I wouldn't say run of the mill.
Yeah, where there's nothing normal about us.
No, but we like to have fun. Sometimes the topic is life. Sometimes the topic is reselling. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. But we all know that we wouldn't. Yeah, Blackberry Thistle Tea says normal ? Yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, when I had a scan yesterday on my head, it was normal. I asked him if I could have it in writing. He laughed, but he did say I was normal.
I want an official diagnosis.
I have a professional that told me I was normal.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've never had that. It's never happened for me.
But we like to have fun, and yes, it is early in the morning. Not early, but it's 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when everybody kind of gets up, gets around and gets their kids off to school and, starts their day, gets some shipping done. So it's just a way to help that. And we usually run till 10, but today we're having a listing challenge And so we're going to run till 12 Central Standard Time. So right now it's 9 o'clock. So we got 3 hours to get some listings done.
Feel free to join in.
Yeah, absolutely. Our little thing is we want to see if you list something, can you sell it during the listing challenge? So try to do that. I don't know. I'm actually getting ready to do a little twist on that, and just we're going to start doing that for money. There'll be like a pool of money. So here's a tip for y'all. If y'all want into the Saturday listing challenge, I think I'm going to do 6 hours, probably 12 to 6 on Saturday. If you want in on that challenge, let me know, or you can send me because the only way to get the money to put it in the pool is for you to send it to my PayPal. So if you send it to my PayPal, friends and family, or whatever it is now, I think it changed, send that money and I can show you proof, how much I get or whatever. And
Are you running a Ponzi scheme?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Valerie.
Yeah. I'm going to run off with your $15
$1.
and I'm going to go party it up. I'm going to go buy me a shot of tequila at the bar.
She's finally following. She's finally following what I say. You don't have to make $1 million on one thing. You just have to make $1 on 1,000,000 things.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. So Megan wants to know if your scan was laying your head on a photocopier.
No.
It was the real thing, right?
It was the real thing. I actually went to a licensed doctor.
That's good.
At least he says he is.
Does he live in your backyard?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, you guys are so funny.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, going back to the challenge, if you can list something and have it sell within the challenge time, so within the 6 hours, you have to show proof. So you have to show when it was listed and when it sold. And it's based on how many you get. So if one person gets 1 and another person gets 2, of course the person that gets 2 is going to win, and they win the pool. If nobody wins that week, then that pool goes over to the next challenge. So it can just keep building. So I thought it was a good challenge. It's not, I would say it's not an easy challenge. But it puts a little bit of a twist on things.
Say it can go into the next challenge. Does that mean they put another $1 in
Yes.
for the next challenge?
Yep.
So if nobody sells anything, then nobody gets it.
Right. So it can just keep building week to week if nobody wins. So potentially, I mean, you could get, a good chunk.
Yeah.
It's definitely motivation to go and do well at your sourcing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to save things for the listing chat, which I don't recommend doing that, but you could save your Polaroid cameras, that sell quick. You can save those for your listing challenge, and then you can, do that. So, and everybody that enters, So what I'm thinking is everybody that wants to get in on it can, send me a message or let me know on here. I'll keep tabs of who wants to get in, and then you send me a buck, send $1, and then I'll keep track of that. So. Hopefully it is. Man, it got quiet in here. What's going on? Everybody's working.
Yeah.
I'm eating.
I'm here jabbing my jaws. Megan, Carl. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I thought you were joking. About what? The
What?
challenge? Nope, no joking around here. Holy moly moly.
Well, there you go.
You better share some of that, Juju. Suckers.
That's awesome.
Who was that?
That was me.
Ah.
That's awesome. So I got a bid. It was a bid for a pair of Eileen Fisher denim blue capri elastic waist pants, a size extra large. Let's see. There's 3 bids, and I listed them for $9.99 starting out, and they're up to $20.50 right now. I have 11 hours left on them.
Awesome.
Oh, so those were bids?
Yeah, those are just those were bids.
That's good though.
Oh.
Maybe it'll go up more.
Well, bids mean sales.
So yeah, I have 3 items that are going finishing up, 3 auctions that are finishing up today, so hopefully they'll be pretty good. I've been doing really good with those lately.
With auctions?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't do
as well with
I
those.
don't do over the top, but I pick and choose what, of course, what I want to be on auction. And if I think that it'll, if it's a good brand, or if I think that it will, it'll be popular, or people that, people will want it, then yeah, I'll list it for, as an auction, and they do pretty good. I've got 231 auctions going right now.
Oh,
So
Yeah, I should probably do some more auctions because we get enough free auction listings with our store subscription that we should be utilizing it. But
right.
I guess sometimes I tend to look at auctions like it's kind of my last ditch effort.
Right.
It's I'm trying to move out of my store. So, so then sometimes it doesn't do anything, but
Yeah.
well, like Tara and Jim, they start everything at auction right away. They give it a
Right.
week, and then if it doesn't sell at auction, they list it as buy it now.
yeah. I'm actually fixing to do some auctions. I've been trying to go through and move some old inventory and cleaning stuff out. So then I have a lot of Disney figures or Fisher Price figures, and they're not really getting the money that they used to. Because I used to could sell a single Fisher Price little person for $9 or $10. And now they just don't really sell. So I've been lotting them up into a big lot, where you got 50 pieces. And so the last few days I've been going through and literally delisting stuff, but then recreating a whole nother, listing with the lot. And so I'm fixing to do some more auctions, I think, with some of it that still hasn't moved. Got to get rid of some of this old stuff. You guys use Good Till Canceled or 30-day listings?
I myself use 7. I use 7-day listings on all of my Buy It Now.
I do Good Till Canceled, but every day I'm going in there and sell similar. I end it and sell similar. I only put it on Good Till Canceled in case for some reason I'm busy that day or something and don't get to it. So then stuff is actually getting relisted.
Right.
But I normally go in there and sell similar instead. So that they're re-indexed all the time.
Right.
Every month.
See, I've been using the 30-day listings and doing it that way. I don't like to do 7-day just because that uses up your listings.
Right.
Because every time it relists, that means, you know, less listings you have for the month. But
yeah,
I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, the 30-day cancel. The difference in those, though, Valerie, you're talking about losing some of your listings that disappeared. There was a thing that came out a couple months ago where they were talking about the Good Till Canceled, and they said that they were kind of phasing out some old listings. If you have listings that are a couple years old, then and it hasn't had any movement on it, then they were getting rid of it. And people said those listings were disappearing and they were not showing up in their unsolds again.
Huh.
So
that's a good possibility.
That's maybe what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've definitely had some that were 30-day where I used the automation rules and had it relisting, and then it ended up in my unsolds, and it'll have a note under it, like you need to add this. Like there is some things, like I have some DVDs and books that were like new, and you used to could do like new and still use the stock photo, but they basically kind of went through and ended all my listings that were like new that were listed with the stock photo. So I had to go back and take pictures of all those items before I could even relist it.
Oh wow!
Even if I have
list it.
Even if I have something new, I never use a stock photo.
I only do that with books and DVDs. I wouldn't do that with anything else. But the stock photo with the books, like as long as you have the exact same cover of the book, then it's the exact same thing. If it's actually new, and like new, like obviously it came from a bookstore or something, so somebody had already pre-purchased it. But if the binding's not been broken, then it's still new, You can tell, you know what I'm talking about when I say you can tell somebody has not even opened it, they've not even loosened that binding.
Yeah.
Then I'm listed as like new. But I'm kind of getting away from the DVDs and books anyways because I just don't make any money on them.
I'll have to take a look at. Well, I mean, there's really nothing. I'm surprised though that because I called eBay on it, and on the missing listings, but that actually does make sense. So I bet that's probably where those missing listings are.
Now, as far as using stock photos, one of the reasons, even on brand new stuff in the box, I don't use stock photos is because a couple of years ago, I was talking to eBay, and they were, looking at my listings or whatever, and great pictures, blah blah blah, and he said, I like that you have 4 or 5 pictures each. He said because having 4, I think he said 4 to 5 pictures is what it was. eBay likes that, and that's one of the ways you get higher on the list.
Yeah,
higher on the search results. So that's one of the reasons why I don't use stock photos. I try to minimize any chance of returns. I mean, obviously you can't do that completely. If I have a stock photo, they could always come back and say, well, it didn't match the photo. And
right.
if eBay prefers you not to use stock photos. I'm surprised that they even allow it at all. But why I don't use stock photos, because I always like to have at least 4 to 5 pictures in my listing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything against you or how you do it. I mean, whatever works for you, you know.
Oh yeah.
Um,
No, like I said, I don't use it with other items. I just with these in books though, it's like I don't know. Especially if it's the item that's pretty well new. Like there's only so many pictures you can take. You know, like the front and the back, and maybe a picture of a page. But yeah.
See, I do. If I do, sorry.
That's okay.
If I take a picture of a book, I take a picture of the front, maybe a couple pages, and usually like the title page. Do one of like the binding, you know.
Right.
Especially if it's like an older book that has a beautiful binding, you know, that would look nice on a bookshelf.
Right.
Because some people buy those older books just for decorating. When I used to do interior decorating, I used to buy older books like that just for that reason. Because they look nice on a bookshelf.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. I mean, I've got a couple old ones in my store now, and I definitely, show the binding, that you show the aging or the coloring on the edge of the pages. I like to show like the copyright if it's there. I know some of the older ones don't even have it, but definitely with those. But like the DVDs, like if it's a new DVD and it's sealed, like the front and the back, and I usually would try to get the end just a good picture where you can actually see like the cellophane wrapping around it, because you can still see it folded on the end. And I'll take a picture of that just to show it is sealed. But with those items, like, I don't know. I mean, if it's brand new and it's sealed, especially with the DVD, like that's kind of a waste of my time to take the extra pictures, especially the money you're getting for them these days.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Now if it's not new, then I'm going to take the picture and I open it up and I take a picture of the inside, the case, the back, any flaws or whatever else. So like I said, it's just new books and new DVDs that I do that. But I actually heard with eBay Open this year that they like to having at least, or they preferred multiple pictures like you said, but I think 6 is kind of their magic number now, which I mean, years ago, they only offered us like 6, I think, at one time.
Yeah.
Now we have 12, so we get a few.
So they've raised it. Now this was a couple of years ago that they had said that 4 to 5. So yeah, 6. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes if I have something brand new in the package, maybe it's stupid to take the pictures, but like I said, I always wanted to make sure I had that number of pictures up. Pictures of like let's say it was this water I drink, Vita Ice. I would, and it's a brand new bottle, but I would still take picture close up of like the name or take a close up of like the nutrition facts or something like that to add on to those pictures, And sometimes it might be stupid, sometimes it's frivolous or whatever, but that's what eBay likes and wants to get me on the top of the search results, so I do it,
Yep. Yeah, I do the same thing. I do my game token.
And sometimes the pictures aren't needed or whatever, and I mean, people don't have to look at them, I figure, but if it coincides with whatever eBay's got going on, then I figure it's right.
Well, you're always better to, err on the side of caution with anything. So.
Yeah. And then the buyer can never come back and say, well, this item wasn't new.
Yep.
because I got pictures showing it was new. You know,
Yep.
that's another reason. Because actually, I have had people do that in the past, try to say it wasn't new, and it's like, well, if you look at the pictures, you can see it's sealed. You know.
Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Look at me.
Sorry, I left like in a hurry. The dog was looking
Circling.
around, so I had to grab him up and take him outside real quick.
Yeah. I don't know how you get any work done. When Lugnut was a puppy, I never got any work done.
You never got what?
I never got any work done when Lugnut was a puppy.
Well, it's kind of hard. I mean, but, and I'm sure, you know, as he grows a little bit more, I'm sure it'll be. I just try to keep an eye on him. Guess as long as I know that he's peed, we should be good for a little bit. See, I have seen some people put in their description, see pictures. Does anyone here do that? I do sometimes if I have a, you know, if there's a defect or if there's a stain or something like that. Yeah, I'll put that in the description.
Yeah, so do I.
Or I'll put that in the conditions actually. Grandma Magic Classic says, oh, yeah, I won't put that. No description, just see pictures now. I'll put a description in there. But Grandma Magic Classic said her coffee is broken, not waking me up this morning. I'm sorry.
Do you know what 10A means, like for size? The A?
Mm-mm. Average?
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would
know.
be it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it like for pants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it's average then, because they
Yeah.
have P for petite, average.
This is how slow my brain runs at this time of the day. Like, why did they put an A there?
Yeah. I try to take as many pictures as I can, you know, especially with clothing and stuff. So if there's any kind of, you know, problem with it, I'll take a picture of that. But then I also take a separate picture of, I'll take a picture of the tag of the brand, and then I'll take a separate picture of the size, and I'll take a separate picture of the what it's made of. And sometimes if it's on a different tag or a different side, I'll put the you know, how you care for it. So I try to do as many pictures as I possibly can.
Yeah, me too.
Because I know that's big. You know, the more pictures you have, the more pictures. I always think of it as like, you know, if you're ordering from a catalog, like, you know, when I was in my younger days, you know, that's how we used to order things. And so if you're looking at a catalog and you see something, you know, usually it has a size chart. You know, sometimes it'll even say, you know, sometimes fits smaller.
Yeah.
Sometimes fits larger. You know, so it kind of gives you all those areas of, you know, it may or may not fit you, basically. And so I just try to do that. I try to do that with my photos, try to give them the whole story about it, and then that way they can make a, you know, a good decision. Grandma Magic Classic says she just deleted 1,000 photos off my phone. Oh my gosh. And
So
that's that's why I use my phone to take my pictures, because I upload them immediately to eBay. I don't save my photos.
Yeah.
It just goes. I just get in the eBay app and take my photos, and that way it doesn't save them to my phone. And I don't use up a bunch of data. You know, I have a bunch of space.
I do that too now. So Tessa, how do DVDs sell? I've never had much luck with DVDs myself.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not really selling a lot these days. I mean, we have done some. We'll pick them up occasionally at our Goodwill at our outlet store. They'll put them in a bin. It'll be like 150 DVDs, and it'll be like $15. And so sometimes we'll do that, and they're really quick listing because, well, at least they used to be, because you could use the stock picture.
Yeah.
Now they've gotten away from the stock picture. I still have to take a quick picture or two, but I'll do them on my phone, and that's really, really quick. And I mean, they sell pretty quick most of the time, but I mean, you're only talking profit of a couple dollars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just depends.
So definitely a volume.
Right. Exactly. I mean, we'll go to the flea market occasionally and sell, and I'll just take a bin up there with me, and I'll sit and go through them and decide, okay, if I'm going to make, at least $7 or $8 on this DVD, then I'll list it. And if not, it goes in the bin and I sell it at the flea market for $1. So, we tend to do it that way. There are some things that sell really well, like music video type things, like Beyonce has one out. It's like a video documentary kind of thing. That one sold for like $28. I sold one that was America's Top Model that sold for like $25. There's one called the Dog Godfather or the Dog Father.
Oh yeah.
The guy's name is Don Sullivan, and that one sells even used for $25.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's certain things I look for, but like I said, I'm kind of getting away from it a little more. My husband still picks them up occasionally. He'll hand me a stack. So here's some new DVDs. I picked them up for 25 cents. And I'm like, oh, I don't even want to mess with these. He picks them up. So.
Yeah, I've never had much luck with DVD. I had Meet the Fockers. I had that listed for probably over a year. Got it all the way down to $5 and never sold.
Yeah, and that's the thing now, especially with Amazon, because people can get on there and pick them up for like $1.99. If they have Prime, they get free shipping. Or sometimes they're a penny on Amazon. So it's like, why would they pay, for shipping when you can get them there? And which I don't know how people are doing that either, because Amazon's fees, if it's selling for $3.99, you're not making anything on Amazon.
Yeah.
In fact, you're probably going in the hole. To be very honest.
Rita, anyone ever listed a used breast pump? Yes, I've sold breast pumps.
Do you sell them usually with? Do you sell them used?
Yeah.
Have you sold them used?
Yeah. Yeah, every one I've ever sold was used.
Okay.
Usually, depending on the brand, you usually can get pretty good money for them.
Yeah.
To work. I had one, of course you can't test. I couldn't test it, but but
that just
but
I'm
you
not,
could.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. There's so much stuff running around in my head right now, but I'm thinking,
oh my goodness.
Thank God Jason's not here right now. Anyways, so I did have one come back. It was like a $50 one, and she said that it didn't work right, so she sent it back. But otherwise, I've never had any problems with them. I've sold quite a few of them. I actually have a couple of them that I need to list.
Yeah, I heard that you have to like sanitize them or something, and just to make sure that there's no old milk in there or something.
Yeah, I always wash.
Comfortable Life, of course. The Comfortable Life says Milk not included, I hope.
Yeah.
That's gross.
It's gross.
Rita says, I've seen a lot of motors being sold. I was thinking of just listing it. I only gave $1.25 for the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was excited. One time I bought a breast pump and I paid $1 for it, and at an auction, and in the bag I found $2. So I was like, oh, I'm already in the money.
There you go.
I'd already made a profit.
Well, that's the thing with the breast pumps is not to say, I don't want to say that, because most of the time, you know, if you're pregnant and you have insurance, most of the time your insurance will cover a breast pump, and so that's where, you know, a lot of these people, you know, a lot of mothers get the breast pumps is because they, you know, they have insurance, and so they get them through that. So hey, you know, $40 is $40. That's what I say. That's
The problem
what
with
Crazy
the
Card
problem
said.
with it's hard to get breast pumps because like at like rummage sales, people want to get their money back out of them, you know.
Right. Absolutely.
So sometimes they're hard to find cheap, but when you do find them cheap, they can be very lucrative. Or if the breast pump, if you don't want to sell the breast pump, sometimes it comes with all the attachments and the bottles and everything, and you can just sell that stuff too, you know.
Right. You're very welcome, Rita. Okay.
Valerie, you working?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Slave driver. I am a working.
Yeah. Get on here and tell us what you got, Todd.
Let me send him the link.
Yeah, the Crazy Card
I'm
said
sending you the link.
the guys really razzed me about buying a breast pump. Oh yeah, at one time when I bought that one pump for $1 at the auction, I got razzed at the auction about it, and I'm a woman, so.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. We laugh all the way to the bank.
That's right. That's
Tara
exactly
needs a link.
right. Huh?
Tara needs a link.
Mm. Did I fink out this morning and
I
not
don't
send
think you did
anybody?
it in
I
the-
don't.
I don't think
I
you
sent
did it
the
in the
link out.
chat.
Huh?
I don't think you did it in the chat.
Maybe I
Nope.
didn't.
Nope, you didn't.
That's funny. Sorry. Oh. Okay. We're gonna do that this morning, huh? Let's see. Go here. We'll go here. We'll go here.
Beth, where's F&P? No Amish breast milk story? Yeah.
I know. Kind of
Seriously.
surprising, huh? We'll go here.
God, he's funny.
Go there. Man, I must have been not on my A game this morning.
So.
Well, I got something right at least. Hey, Robin.
Guess you figured I'm all you need.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you must have sent a link to Sally because Sally's in here.
You're on mute, honey.
So maybe you sent it to her and thought you sent it to everybody.
You start doing this. And I'm like, okay.
Hey!
Hey, back to you.
What's up?
The Comfortable Life says, y'all know what the difference is between an airplane and a baby.
Hmm.
Nope.
Ow, stop biting. The difference between an airplane and a baby.
Bill Clinton. Oh, they're talking about it. I was like, that can't be the punchline.
I don't know.
Yeah.
An airplane goes city to city. A baby goes titty to titty. There you go.
Nice.
Like it is in this box.
Y'all made our day.
Todd.
I must see
Okay,
a
Todd.
baby.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Now you go. You gotta shake your thumb like that.
Hey. Hey.
PS2. Back to the box.
Awesome.
Seven really crappy games.
Yep.
$25. So that should sell for about 75. That's a tripler.
Yeah.
But the other ones look like they should be okay. I'm not really much of a game person though, so I don't really know. But
I got some die-cast
I know.
cars.
Ooh.
These are Schuco Volkswagens.
Those are cool.
Are they called cuckoo?
Schuco.
Hmm.
and a couple of singles. Yeah.
What's going on?
I believe there's an airplane in the room.
Away from your printer. Yeah.
It's my printer. Is it that loud?
Holy crap! Yeah,
It was way loud.
You
I
guys
felt
are
like I was, yeah, on a plane.
yeah. Shit.
Did you try to print it? Didn't happen.
Yeah. I thought I did.
Heard this lady's name is Using Her Road. I thought it was like at first I thought it said username. Like what kind of address is username? Dyslexics of the world unite.
Here we go again.
Are you using the print
Like the-
command?
It's like the VW garage sale, huh, Todd?
Then I got 2 big bags of bar coasters. Most of them are European.
Oh, you should do good with those.
That's cool.
How many are? That's 1 bag. Some of them are duplicates.
Cool.
Now, Paul said Pilsner.
Oh, no, I didn't stop at the bank.
I can't pronounce some of this stuff.
Yes.
They're pretty
You're
cool.
done pack. I said we're all caught up on packing.
Yeah, I mean, somebody will buy those for their bar, you know, their private bar.
There's Budweiser in the Czech Republic.
Cool.
Park.
Robin had the SWAT team down the street from her house this morning. Guns out.
Oh my gosh. What the heck happened?
Runde.
Look, that's cool.
These guys are having fun together. I wonder where the women are.
They're probably making sandwiches.
Like singing German songs, and all the women left. Or maybe that's a gay bar. I don't know.
Maybe.
We and Stefaner.
Ouch. No.
I guess I'll make lots of those and sell them. I don't know.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
This one's got a cool shape.
Hey,
Coca-Cola.
lay down.
Bischoff. Never heard of these beers. Koenig. Where's Jim? He was a bartender.
You under your son's account today, Todd?
What?
Are you under your son's name today?
Why?
It says Gage or
Yeah, and there's always a picture of a young boy when he goes.
Oh, what the hell?
I think somebody was using your computer.
I think so.
He must have logged it. He came for a quick visit yesterday to pick up his dog. We were dog sitting. He must have jumped on the computer and changed all the settings.
Yeah, if he went on and checked his Google Mail, that'll change your Google Hangout.
Oh well.
We'll just call you Gage.
Yeah.
When I first saw you come on, I was like, Gage, what the hell's that? And then
I know. I
and
thought
then I
this
saw it was you, and maybe it's like his middle name or something. I don't know, or alter ego, or
What is it? What did it say on my name thing?
It's
it says
G-A-G.
Gage.
Oh,
Yeah, when you came in, it said Gage Parker.
Yeah. I always liked that name. It's always kind of freaked me out too because it's the kid's name on Pet Cemetery.
Now we know who you are.
that's why we picked that name.
Is that your grandson?
No, I don't have any grandkids. That's my
Oh,
boy.
that's your kid? Oh.
No. I know Grandma Magic Classics. Pet Cemetery. Pinch poke, yo me a Coke.
Here you go.
Yeah, thanks, Beth. Nikki, you just made me feel old. Of course, I'm probably old enough to have a 20-year-old grandkid, but my boys can't figure women out. And neither one of them married yet.
Yeah. We aren't an easy mystery to debacle, so.
Yeah.
So it takes a really special person.
Debacle.
It takes a really special person to be able to actually figure that out.
My brother was 33 years old when he had his first grandkid, so I didn't think you were old.
God.
His daughter was pregnant at like 15, so you never know.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, at the rate I'm going, I'll have my first grandkid when I'm 112.
I know, I'm right with you. My kids are 24 and 20, and they're not even looking to have boyfriends. They're more focused on school, so good, but I was hoping to have my grandkids early.
None of the girls I got pregnant expected it to happen either.
You know, when you're selling electronics and you always need a wire, I bought a whole box of wire here for $2.50 at the garage sale.
Oh,
Cool.
What is that? A stereo splitter? They don't use those anymore. Good to know. Hey, a remote. I can sell that. Philips Magnavox.
yeah.
Hey, there's a car in here.
Yeah, Alaska.
I'll get it out.
Like him before one of your grandkids.
What?
That could be for one of your grandkids.
They just give me a hard time this morning, Nikki. Calling
He's
me
on
old.
a roll.
and laughing.
He's on a roll.
These days, you could be almost any age and have grandkids.
I don't know. There's extension cords and
Let's just get this paper.
what's that?
Jim's not a grandpa yet either. His daughter's been married and divorced, but he still doesn't have any grandkids.
Oh, wow.
There's a Sega hookup that'll sell.
Yeah, that'll sell. I like boxes of cords. I find some good stuff in there. Those boxes of cords.
Yeah. Suppose I could strip all the wire and sell the copper. What's that blue thing? Oh, I got a hot glue gun. What's the going price for a cheap hot used glue gun?
Not
Hot used.
Hey, $1.
Hey, you could go buy them at Dollar General.
Yeah.
$1.
No.
Put it in the garage sale. Okay. Time to go to the room.
Robin says,
I'll see y'all later.
Robin says Gage needs to control his camera. He's making me dizzy. And Beth said Gage is a rookie.
What?
All right. I'll figure out how to log in the right person.
Oh boy.
I'll be back after the rummage
We don't
sale.
mind.
Okie doke.
All right.
Be on.
Wait,
Huh?
Jason said that he just threw up on his keyboard.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We'll be
How
on
long
till
gonna be on?
we'll be on till 12, so
How long are you going to be on?
till 12.
Are y'all talking?
Huh?
Huh? Are y'all
I think
talking?
he can hear you.
Now we're talking. What are you doing? Listening?
Are you talking? I can't. Quiet. Bye. See y'all in a minute.
Okay.
He's funny.
What the heck was that all about?
I
He
don't
was
know.
messing with us.
I know.
Are you
I think
talking?
so.
Well, yeah, I'm talking.
It's fun to confuse y'all. Pretty
Like
easy to
you
do,
said.
too. Oh,
Apparently.
He's messing with us.
oh, no, you did not just mute me.
She's gonna put your ass in timeout.
You play your games, I'll play mine.
I got my eyes on.
That says I think Gage had a martini breakfast.
Okay.
He's funny.
Put that. I had to go strip. I was cold earlier because it was 66 degrees, but the dang humidity was like 93%, and now it's
Oh my God.
hotter than hell.
Hell, Colorado or Hell?
Hell, Michigan.
Oh. Hell, Michigan?
There's
We
a
used
Hell,
to have
Michigan.
from hell.
Hail. Yeah.
We used to have snowballs from hell.
That
What does it do? Turn into rain?
You used to be able to buy little plastic snowballs in Hell, Michigan.
Oh,
No.
really?
Mm-hmm. That said, I visited or I was in Hell or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were fun when we were kids. And then my mom, you know, she's from Michigan, and you'd say when they start making snowballs in hell or whatever, and she goes, they do. And she pulled out one of those snowballs. She thought she was hilarious. My husband is. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Michigan before winter. I'm trying.
Hey, Nikki, have you guys started on your shop?
My building?
Yeah.
No, we're getting that garden out first, because that has to be out before October 1st, and then the building's going to come.
Oh, gotcha.
Isn't part of the wood from the garden for the floor of my building.
Right. That's cool.
Each one of them are 400 square feet.
Wow.
Did you buy him at auction?
No, I bought them from his company.
Oh, okay.
They used to make fertilizer, and they stopped making the fertilizer now. So it's good soil. It's good. It's really good fertilized soil. So he's gonna make me a really nice raised bed for my garden, so I don't have to get on my hands and knees. And then we're gonna sell the rest of the dirt, and then part of the wood is going to my floor. There's a big fence around it, which we'll use that for my garden. Keep the deer out.
I don't garden anymore. I don't have time. It seems like
he paid $100 for the. He paid $100 for the garden, which he said he can't even get even close to that many boards for $100. So
that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah. And then, like I said, people want to buy that dirt from us. So we've already got people that'll buy that dirt. So whatever I don't use for my garden, they'll buy.
Uh-huh.
Dirt, you got like a front end loader?
Yeah. Yep. And that's why he bought that. Well, one of the reasons why he bought that dump trailer.
Ah. Yeah, it's better than having to shovel it off.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a front end loader. We also have a backhoe. We have all kinds of stuff.
Did you get those keys?
Oh, I didn't see them.
Yeah, that and this is another one. Here, I can do those ones.
Are they going together or are they separate?
No, it's separate. And then whenever you're ready, we'll go to town.
Yeah.
Lost.
I don't know. Did Jim tell you? I brought in this box of Melmac dishes. I just wanted to get them listed. They came from an auction. And in the bottom of the box, there was like some little toys and just some junk. There's these 2 Pez dispensers, which he checks on eBay. They have value. He's got them listed now. He put them at auction. He's got a bid on one of them for $50 for a stupid Pez dispenser.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just, and it doesn't have a head or anything. They just flip. They're like the early ones. They kind of remind you of like a cigarette lighter, but they have like no feet on the bottom and there's no head. And he's getting $50 for one of those stupid Pez
The other one's got
dispensers.
6 watchers.
And the other
That's
one's
creepy.
got watchers. Yeah, it's just goofy.
Huh.
If Jim told me, hey, I bought this Pez dispenser for $50, I would punch him in the gut. Okay, so what are we doing now? We're going to the bank?
Yeah.
So what car are we taking?
Man.
So we're just going to the post office and the bank?
Yeah. Then we'll come back and get ready to do the boat stuff.
Sorry, I had to be the mama for a minute and make a list.
It's okay. Sometimes we have to be the mama.
I already have like 5 or 6 drafts.
It just reminded me of that old dinosaur show. Remember that Disney had that dinosaur show? I think Henson was involved with it. They were like, it was like a sitcom, but they were all, it was called Dinosaurs. And the baby would always call the dad.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't call him daddy, you'd call him not the mama.
Mm-hmm. Not the mama. You hit him on that head. Not the mama. Not the mama.
You just said that, it just reminded me of that show.
What are you guys doing today? Are you listing or shipping?
We are almost done with shipping.
Oh, nice.
We have a boat that I'm working on. This guy I caretake for his boathouse, and he's got 2 boats in it. One of them needs to go to the marina to get detailed, but they wrapped a ski rope around the prop and the shaft and bent the prop shaft. So we need his other boat to tow it to the boat landing to get it up on the trailer, and then we'll take that one to the marina. And the other boat I'm going to take out of the building for the winter. I usually store it in the boathouse. It's got a thing that lifts it up out of the water. Well, when they were there, the cable, because this boathouse is built in '65, so and I'm sure it's the original cable. The cable is so worn that it slipped off the pulley and just got all spaghettied. So I got to take this thing down. It's about 400 pounds. This winch. So I need scaffolding underneath it and stuff like that. So I'm going to take the other boat out also today. So I got to land 2 boats. One's got to go to the marina, and then the other one. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. We're chasing around boats.
Wow. Sorry, I asked. Just kidding.
Well, I have no problem with doing it for him, but well, I should say I do well. But anyway, he's going, or then what else are we doing? Or was I gonna this morning I was on the show with Dusty's thing, and we're talking about promoted listings. So while on the show, I put my entire store promoted listings. So 3,015 items were promoted today.
Oh, well, then it should really start just flying out the door.
I have about 30 clicks.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know, over like 200 and some impressions and like 30 clicks, but no sales yet. So we'll see what happens. So I'm testing it.
Oh, today's the first day you're doing it?
Yep, just this morning I did it.
Well, we did it before when it was multiple.
Yeah.
It didn't work real great.
Yeah, but I only did it for like 20 listings, and I only did it for a month and a half or whatever, and then quit. And so that was like in April, so they may have tweaked it. So hell, I always say it's ignorant, in my opinion, not to try something. I mean, you can try it and then say, hey, you know what? I tried it, don't work.
I agree.
I'm going to try it and see what happens. Like with the auctions, and I know people don't agree with me on the auctions, and that's all right. But I like to run as a safety. I like to run the stuff through on at least a 5-day auction to see if I'm wrong on the value, if it's worth way more than I thought. And I always start out the price at about what I think it's worth. So I'm happy if it only gets one bid and sells.
Well, and like for us, I noticed when we don't have like, let's say 50, 60 auctions going, our sales do go down for us.
Yeah, I think
we tried it the other way.
I think it, like, I don't know, sparks something if you have auctions and fixed listings, but that's just me, and that's just, the way that I work. I've done it all fixed, and I've done it all auctions, and neither of those work for me. Like Jason's stuff works fine on auction.
And we never run an auction twice. If it fails on auction, it goes to buy it now and that's it. We never like take a thing and relist as an auction over and over. It gets one kick at the cat, and then it becomes a buy it now.
Because our start prices are buy it now price.
Yeah, because 99% of our stuff we got 3,000 items, and we probably have 20 auctions up at any given time. That's typically about the ratio. So I mean, it's obviously the bulk of our stuff is buy it now. Stuff that went to auction at one time and didn't.
Yeah, well, all the parts are all buy it now. And there's over 1,000. There's over 1,500 parts listings.
Yeah, and Tara's saying there's probably over 1,500 parts listings, although that's diminishing. Those are all when we list those, we just research them because you can do it by the part number, and those get listed as a buy it now right away. So those would be an exception. Mm-hmm. But if it's a weird like leather jacket or weird, old time, like an old Apple computer or something like that, I'm going to try it on the auction. Because those prices fluctuate that week. You may have two people just crazy for that item, and they may bid it up.
Right. That's what I think too.
And it ain't for everybody. I say, it's not. Try everything and see what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your story may be different. There's a whole bunch of different factors. I'm experiment. You should try to see what works. Don't just take one person's word for it and say, well, I'm going to follow that person.
Well, yeah, and like there's certain things too that sell on auction that won't sell buy it now. I shouldn't say won't, but like when you look at solds, it's like you're looking and you're seeing auction. It's not. There's no buy it nows in there.
Yeah.
Well, I am ready.
All right, we're going to go do our boat adventure. Have a good day, Sally.
All right. Have a great day. Bye. See you later. Bye. So are you doing mostly Etsy, Amelia? Or are you doing mostly eBay? Man, it's burning up hot here today. You have kids, Tessa?
My kids aren't really kids anymore, but
well,
I have two girls that are 22 and 20, and then my son is 17.
Yeah.
So,
Mine are always going to be kids to me
Yeah.
anyways.
well, they'll definitely always be mine. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they're not really
I
kids.
got a 20 and a 22-year-old. They both still live with me, though. I like it.
The last one to be here. My girls they stayed. My daughter just got married in July, so she moved to Florida with her husband.
Oh, wow.
And then my middle one, she's the one that's been saying since she was like 16 that she was moving out as soon as she turned 18.
Right.
But she lasted until she was 20, so I'm not complaining. She actually moved out the same time her older sister did.
Yeah.
And then my son's a senior in high school, so he's still around here.
Yeah. Yep, Robin. I just want my kids to go backwards and become babies again. I miss having babies.
That's what we were talking about yesterday. I said I would love to like take in foster kids and stuff, but for the moment I'm enjoying having nieces and nephews that are little and I can send them home.
Right. Yeah, I thought about doing that too at one point. Maybe later on in my life. I definitely would like to I would like to do like kids that have fetal alcohol syndrome and stuff like that. I know it's difficult, but
Yeah, that would be hard.
I have a ton of patience with babies. Yeah, Jennifer says she misses hers being young too. Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, my kids moved out for a while there. One went, back, actually, they both moved out to be roommates with one of, their friends. And then, and at that time, like, it was kind of cool because I had a lot of space to do my eBay stuff. And, I was just like, okay, this is going to be my eBay room. And then, I could do some clothes in here and just, spreading out, and we actually had a living room at that time. Now my office is my living room. Or my living room is my office. Anyways, so it was kind of nice, but I miss that. I miss having the kids here, and they both have jobs and stuff, and so like when we're all off work at one time, we'll gather together and like we'll have a 2-hour-long conversation about something stupid, but just I miss talking with my kids, and stuff when they didn't live here.
Yeah, it's hard watching them grow up. I mean, especially when they start making decisions without you, and especially when you're watching them like, no, that was not a good idea, but there's not much you can do,
Right.
And as far as them moving out, I mean, we have a formal dining room that we've turned into our eBay room, so it pretty much just holds our inventory. And when my oldest, when she said she was getting married, I was like, well, we'll make her bedroom into the guest room. And she moved to Florida with her husband. That means that they'll probably be visiting. So like we really kind of need a guest room. That way they can come more often. They won't have to pay for a hotel. They can just stay with us. Right. So, we did that. And then when our middle daughter decided she was moving out at the same time, my husband said, oh, we'll just make that into the eBay room. And I told him, I said, I just don't think that's a good idea because I have a feeling that she's going to be back. She moved out with a boyfriend, and he's just, I don't know. You know, he's one of those. He was living with his mom with no job, no car. Came into some money from a car accident, and that's how they paid for their deposit to get into their house and rent it. And I'm just like, yeah, they're going to be back.
Yeah.
And they've been living there since July, and he still doesn't have a job. So, yeah. So she'll be back, but we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Maybe he'll be back too.
Well, we did. His mom picked up and left town and left him in a house with nowhere to go.
Oh no.
She decided to move into another state with her boyfriend and left him. And he didn't have a car, didn't have a driver's license. And they moved here from Indiana. So like he wasn't even in the area that he went to school in. Like he doesn't really even have any friends here. And she just picked up and left.
Wow.
And
Wow.
they had a week before they could get into their house. And we did let him stay here on the couch for that week. Because I you know, that's just kind of the Christian, you know, like the poor kid has nowhere to go and his mom just picked up and left him.
That's sad.
It really is. But you know, as far as moving in, yeah, my husband, he won't go for that. That won't happen.
Yeah.
I think she's tired of him.
I always think it's weird when, and I still do. I mean, my kids have been married. My older daughter, she's been married once and divorced, and it's always weird to see your kid like sleeping in a bed with somebody else, like another man. You know, it's just weird because they're always going to be your kid, you know. But it's just, I don't know. It's just weird.
See, I don't have a problem with that. Like, because my son's girlfriend just moved in, and you know she's from a little small hick town and moved here because there's a little bit more options. And you know she met Job, and so you know she's like, oh well, you know Job was talking to her about it and stuff, and then you know he came to me and we had a conversation about it, all of us, you know, that lived here, and everybody said, yeah, that's fine, you know. And to me, that's just, it's like having another, not really a roommate, but I don't know. Whenever I see them like sleeping, you know, because sometimes their doors open or whatever. Sometimes whenever I see them sleeping, it's just, you know, it's not really anything. It's like I have another kid in the house almost.
Right.
You know, but when the door's closed.
I think
that's what I don't want to think about.
Right. I think it's just, you know, and it may be different for boys versus girls, you know, or girls versus boys. It may be a completely different thing because you always think of your kid as always being little.
Yeah.
And you know, so I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
I still make my kids sit on my lap.
We tend to be, I guess, a little more conservative around here, so it's, you know, just kind of.
I can understand that.
You know, way things are, but it was funny because my son-in-law, when he first started coming here, they dated for almost 3 years before they got married, even though he lived in Florida, so it was a long distance. But he would come here and visit, and we did allow him to stay here when he came to town. And at one point he came here, he was between jobs and he stayed here for like a month. But we had, at that point we had an area where we could put an air mattress in and he could still, you know, have his own area. And they were never allowed to sleep in the same bed. So then when they came back from their honeymoon in July, and the first night they were here, they had gotten a dog right before they left. And the dog had stayed with us the whole time. And so she was so excited. She'd missed the dog while they were gone on their honeymoon. And she came back and she's standing in the hallway the night they get back. And she looks at him and she goes, well, she says, I hate to tell you, but Hunter's sleeping with me tonight. Like, she thought her husband was sleeping in a different bedroom. It was really funny. She totally forgot, like, they'd gotten married, and it was okay if they slept in the same bed. She was like, sorry, hubby, you're not sleeping with the dog tonight. And we all just kind of looked at her like, she was like, oh yeah, we're married. Like, yeah. But I can understand that too. Like, it's a little weird when you come back and stay at your mom's house after you're married. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Kata?
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, Grandma Magic Classics, you said that all girls need that guy to show them what they don't want in life. The problem is my daughter keeps picking the wrong guy over and over again. It's been a history of her since she was 13. Every guy has been that way. And we just cannot, I don't know. This time I'm finally just hands off, because I feel like we've told her over and over again to the point that she almost hangs on to him tighter because we told her they're not a good guy. And so this time I'm just like, yep, you're going to have to figure it out. And she is getting frustrated with him because I think he quit a job. He got a job and kept it for like 2 weeks and quit. And then he actually had a job. He got offered a job with Amazon with our warehouse here in Charlotte. And they called him back for his drug test, and he decided that morning he was going to go and smoke pot. And so he failed his drug test.
Oh.
And I'm like, nice.
Well.
I mean, at least if you're going to do it, like, have some common sense. You don't do it 2 hours before you go to a drug test. And he knew he was going for a drug test. So, I don't know.
Was he trying to sabotage himself or what?
That's exactly what I think. I think he just, I don't know. Like I said, his mom just kind of abandoned him. I don't think his dad's even in his life. Like, it's just, the situation's just really bad. And I feel really bad for him. So I try to be, kind of that, that leader, that presence in his life that, tries to be nice to him. Because you could tell when you're around him, like, he's a nice kid. And he wants that attention. Like, he comes in with family gatherings and he immediately goes in for the hug and, so he's not like holding back. Like, I think he wants the attention. He just doesn't know. It's just a product of his upbringing. So he literally just, I don't know. He just thinks that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know.
And who is he to you?
My daughter's boyfriend. My 20-year-old.
Oh, your daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, I was just saying my daughter has a history of, like, my oldest daughter married a guy, married a fireman paramedic and moved to Florida. She's got her head on straight. She's going for a master's degree. He's a fireman paramedic and, little he's one of those fixing to turn 30 and he's just now kind of growing up, which is fine. Guys do that sometimes. Can sometimes be a little slower, but they're good kids and they'll do just fine. My middle one, on the other hand, is the classic middle child. The one that's looking for the attention, the one that's been into trouble. And every guy since she was like 13 has been trouble, like every single guy. So, and then now she's living with this one. So I just said, she'll be back. I figure eventually she's going to get fed up and she'll show up on my doorstep wanting to move in. So we decided not to make that room into an eBay room and extra bedroom so that it's there. So I don't know. Like I said, it's tough watching them make their own mistakes, but it is what it is. And I have faith I raised her right and she'll come around. She'll figure it out. She's a strong girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the kind of kids that you gotta try not to help too. They gotta figure it out on their own.
Yep.
Don't make it easy on her.
Oh, you're exactly right.
Well, I think, in my situation, I had 2 daughters. They were, one was married when I left Kansas, or when I left California. One was married already to her first husband. And then the other she had moved to live with her boyfriend. But I felt like I needed to move away so I wouldn't use them as a crutch and they wouldn't use me as a crutch. So if I was, in a weird sense, I mean, it was probably the best thing I could have done for them because it really made them grow up rather than, it's easy to drive back home 4 hours down the road and, mama's there, so she'll take care of me. It's a little bit different if you're living, if you're 1,800 miles away. So, I hated to leave him, but I think it was the best thing for both of us, for all 3 of us, really.
Yeah.
And, it was just something that we had to, it killed me, but it was something that we all had to go through. And so, but it really made them, I feel it made them mature more and, do a lot of things that they didn't think that they could do. My daughter, she worked full time. She went to school. She did all that. And, she didn't think that she could do that. She didn't think it was beyond their thinking that they could go to school full time and work full time. You can do that. It is possible. I did it. I had 2 jobs and I went to school full time. So, and I had a family. So I know that it's possible. They couldn't comprehend it. So, eventually they got it. And so, and they're both in a good place now. They actually, both of them got married on the same day, at the same place to their husbands. So they both had the same anniversary day. Kind of weird, but that's the way. They just called and said, "We're getting married." Okay. Have fun. That's all I could do because they were getting married that same day. So,
oh boy,
it's just fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my daughter has matured more since she moved out than she probably had when she was at home. And I think part of that is just not necessarily that we treated her like a child, because we didn't. I mean, we expected her to act like an adult because she was 20. But at the same time, I think she just still felt like a kid because she was still living under her mom's roof. And, there were things that we were still providing for. She didn't have to worry about food in the cabinets, and she didn't have to worry about electricity getting paid. And, she didn't have to worry about those things. So then moving out, all of a sudden, it's really funny because she said she's the youngest one in her house, and there's 8 people in that house now. And she said that she feels like she's the mom and that she's telling them to clean up. And she's like, "Can you stop dropping this stuff by the back door? It's attracting ants and we're getting ants in the house. And would you guys please wash your dishes?" And, So it's just really funny hearing her, but she also said she's seeing a different perspective. We've been telling her for a while that the people she was hanging out with, that they were bad influences and that they were doing a lot of partying and they were doing drug use and they have no ambition in life. And all of a sudden she's just like, I just don't understand these people. They just don't, they're 27, 28 years old and they don't even care. They just don't want anything in life. All they care about is getting drunk every night. And so it's just really funny because it's exactly what we've been telling her for all this time. And she's finally seeing it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. As hard as I fought, because I really didn't want her to move out because of the influence of other people, it actually has been really good for her because she's finally seeing the other side of it now. You know?
Right.
And it's hard, but
I don't mean I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm gonna go lay down. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, Nikki.
Bye, everybody.
Feel better.
bye.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go take some pictures.
Okay, I'll be here.
Okay. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I just had a cinnamon roll.
Good.
I'm like going over everything in the house. We don't have anything here to eat, so I'm like, Brandon, you need to go shopping because we have no food. So I ate trail mix cookies and a cinnamon roll for breakfast.
Whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay. Do you do clothing, Tessa? Or just games and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I dabble in the clothing a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
And I've been to the bins a few times and picked up a few things.
Fun.
I actually have a Z-Rack just because I used to sell boutique clothing like that I made myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad had brought me a bunch of clothing racks that I've hung on to now for years.
Cool.
But I thought I might get into clothing, so I've made a couple trips to the bins and, you know, kind of hung clothes up and washed them, have them sitting there. But I really want to get through this death pile behind me
Mm-hmm.
before I start messing with the clothes. So I'm kind of ignoring the clothes at the moment.
Right.
I have sold a couple things. Like I said, I had a Adriana Papel beaded jacket.
Cool.
Kind of like the mother of the bride kind of jacket. And it was like a 2X. And I sold it for like $45 and I got it from the bins. And
Cool.
then I found a Charlotte Hornets sweatshirt vintage from the 80s, late 80s.
Oh, cool.
Sold it for like $30. So I've paid for the clothes that I've already bought at the bins.
Mm-hmm.
With those few things that I sold, but yeah, I'm not really doing a whole lot with it.
Yeah, I love a good clothing flip too. I mean, just like I said, I found those I just found those pants the other day and I listed them and day before yesterday and I sold them yesterday.
Wow, that's awesome. You sell mostly clothes?
I do a little bit of everything actually. I I sell anything that I can make money on. But I find all of my inventory comes mostly from the dumpster. So there's no overhead. No overhead, and I've found stuff that I've made $150 on same day.
Wow.
So just because it's from the dumpster, it doesn't mean it's trash.
No, not at all. Well, and especially a lot of the stores, because a lot of them, I mean, I don't know about like the big stores like Walmart and stuff, but I know some of the like mall stores, like Claire's, like when they decide they're done with their inventory, and some of them, they might have them send it back now. But I know years ago when I worked in the mall, they actually just put it in the dump or the dumpster. And now, if you get caught taking it in North Carolina, you could be in trouble. But
they don't even have a lock on the fence here.
Right. I mean, people do it. So to me, it's wasteful anyways. It's like, why can't you like donate that somewhere? Why destroy it because you're not selling? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the mentality people have these days. So.
Right. We are the ultra recyclers.
Yeah, that's what I told my husband with the games. I know I'm not making a ton of money off of them a lot of times, but I'm going through and I discard the boxes. I put them all in recycling and then take the pieces. So if nothing else, I'm I'm helping to process recycling stuff, and
Yeah.
Like some weeks I fill my trash up with game boxes. So we also use the cardboard. Sometimes I use the cardboard when I'm selling something like a game disc, like if it's just a DVD, and I'll put it in an envelope and I'll take a piece of cardboard from one of my boxes and use that cardboard. So again, I'm recycling and
yep. I can't believe that today is the first day of fall.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Seems crazy. Seems like it's too soon.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter getting married in July. I feel like we didn't even get much of a summer because summer was taken over by wedding planning.
Right.
Am I still Gage?
Yes, you are.
Dadgummit. How do you change that?
If you go to your YouTube, and if you go up to the your YouTube is connected. Your YouTube is connected to your Google.
Okay.
So go to your YouTube and look on the right-hand side at the upper corner, and you'll have a circle picture.
Circle picture. Yeah, that's not me. That's my boy.
Okay. Well, you need to click on that, and you'll be changing profiles.
Change.
Should be able to change profile, or maybe log out of that one and log into yours. Something. But that's where you're going to do it. And then whenever you close that out, you should be signed in as you for when you log into this.
Sign out. Okay, sign him out. Sign in.
But I would close this out, Todd, first and try and do that, because if not, it might not sign you out.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. We'll get you fixed up. Still signed in as Gage. There you are.
Am I back to silver hair?
Yes, you are.
Good. Because, yeah, that boy's not old enough to have silver hair yet.
I didn't ever think I'd teach a silver hair stacker how to do anything.
Oh, my God.
I guess I was wrong.
I started teaching before schools taught computers. So I kind of had to learn along with the kids when they started getting computers in schools, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh wow, when they actually gave the teachers a computer to use in their classroom, it was like, oh my God. So the rummage sale was a bust.
Oh, so you didn't get much of anything, or what?
Didn't get anything.
I was out of the room. Well, you got that PS2 and games. You can flip that.
That was a garage sale. Just went to the rummage sale.
Oh.
Didn't have anything this week. Last week I got that camera bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've already sold $300 worth of that.
Awesome. It's the way to go.
Yep, yep.
Dang it, what did I do?
I don't know. You'd look like you're concentrating hard, though.
Well, I know, and I had this listing all fixed up, and then I did something, and it erased everything. So I did.
Yeah, it's pretty normal for me.
That's not good. That takes a lot of time, man.
Well, I know. It's like the same thing as I couldn't figure out how to switch Gage off. You know.
Yeah.
And then
I did look in my drafts, honey, and they're not there. Plenty of drafts. And I thought maybe what I did, because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, really, thought maybe I made a copy, and that was my copy, because all of this item specifics was cleaned out, and there was just my description and my title. And no, it's not. It's not a copy. So, oh, I know what I did. I changed category. When you do your item specifics and you change your category, like, okay, I had it all set for women's jeans, right? Well, I come across a pair of boys' jeans. So I went to change the category to boys' clothing instead of women's. And whenever I did that, it erased everything. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I was like, all of a sudden, I'm like, where the hell did everything go? I just had this shit done. Yeah, thankfully, I'm not in North Carolina, gal. You know, if anything ever happened like that, because I go usually when it's dark, and where I go, there's no cameras pointing at me or anything like that. You know, and so I feel like I'm, you know, not really that I don't feel like I'm breaking the law at all. I just feel like if somebody's seen me, they'd probably say something. So I go when it's dark. I have a headlamp. I'm not afraid. We're in the area that I live. I'm not afraid to do that kind of stuff at night. So that's when I do it, because I feel like it kind of bypasses all the drama that it could create, you know. Go in the straight up daytime and employees would be like, well, we're really not supposed to let you do that. We're really supposed to tell you that you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff. And then they turn around and say, I think it's fine as long as nobody sees you, you know, so that type of thing. And like, whatever, I'll just do it when you guys aren't there. And then you know, kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
That's right. Yeah. Save your draft and then change the category and it will bring them okay. Well, next time I'll just change the category first before I put anything in the item specifics. And that will save me all the trouble, because that's a pain in the ass. I just lost a whole listing because of that. And I should have known better, because I've done that before. I didn't realize that's what I was doing, but oh well. Yeah, you burn it up too, Grandma Magic Classics. I am so hot. Not even just hot, it's like sticky. Sticky hot. Like I could go in there and jump in the shower and it's not even gonna help. I never was one to like take cold showers or whatever when I was hot, but here in the summertime, I could take a cold shower. Charlie wants to know, Todd, which direction of Austin do you live? I don't think he's going to give out that information.
Oh, I can be. I live about halfway between Austin and Fort Worth. where Fort Worth is, and you know where Austin is, you can get pretty close to where I live.
Yeah. Maybe have a silver hair stalker. Did you get my joke?
Yeah, but Tristan's already used it up.
Damn it.
Yeah, she was calling. Dusty were calling me that when we were first getting to know each other a little bit. And
That's funny.
since then, she's called me Grandpa
A lot worse.
Stacker and
Grandpa Stacker.
Elderly Stacker. Oh.
Yeah, you should have waited on that, Grand Magic Classics. No doubt. Can't figure out what I'm doing. Man.
See that turntable right there?
Yeah. Looks old.
Yeah, it's old. But I bought it for $15 and I sold it for $100, and now I got to pack it.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard.
I don't know. I hate packing big stuff and delicate stuff like turntables.
Yeah.
Not much fun.
Yeah. I didn't say it was going to be fun, but it shouldn't be that hard. It's as long as it's square.
Yeah, and then finding the right size box for it and everything. It didn't fit in the padded flat rate.
Maybe. Maybe if you try real hard.
Dang, the sucker's 18 inches wide. And it's got the box cutter tool wherever I put it.
Okay. That's done again. You having a problem with your autocorrect? Beth told you, Todd, you need to lock the turntable in place. They damage easy in shipping if not.
Oh yeah. Yep. Will do.
I don't even know how to do that. How do you do that? Just put something to where it can't move?
Well, it's got the clear plastic lid, so I'm just gonna, between the turntable and the lid, cram bubble wrap thick enough where the turntable won't move and the lid won't move, and then I'll shrink wrap the whole thing.
Right.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Sounds good. Come on, people, buy our stuff. Not here, no cha-chings. Well, dang it, didn't you just list a whole bunch yesterday, Grandma Magic Classics?
Grandma's always listing a bunch. She's a listing fool.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know she listed either yesterday or the day before, she listed a bunch of things.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I did check up on Tim. I added him as a friend. He accepted my friend's request. And I sent him a message and said, hey, Tim, I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay with you and your health. And I appreciate it if you get back to me. And he never said anything. So I don't know if maybe he didn't get the message, or maybe it's buried or something, but it was just weird because he accepted my friend's request, so I know that, you know, he's there. But then he didn't respond to my email that I sent him on Messenger. So yeah, I hope he's okay too. I'm trying to list 10 a day because that's what Eric said that, you know, for me to consistently do that, which I totally missed yesterday because I was freaking zombified. And so Yeah, that's not gonna help anything. Me missing yesterday. The 2 days before that, I listed 10. So hoping to get a little bit more than that today, and then maybe I'll just hold them. I'm not sure yet. I'm only listing jeans right now. Yeah, the other Jason was here yesterday, and Jack Smack's been in and out. Jack Smack was here like a week ago or something. But so they're around. Yeah, Jason, or OJ, or whatever you call him. I call him OJ. He was here yesterday, I think. Yesterday, the day before. I have no kids and no outside job. When I was working full time on a list about, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is 10 a day. I definitely think that would help in my sales, and because I see it all the time. Whenever I list, I can list for 2 days in a row, and I'll get sales like, there will be one day in between that I don't get any sales, and then the next day it's like crazy. Like I'll have 5 to 10, and so I definitely think that doing it consistently would help me. Yeah, I thought about doing like 5 and 5 maybe on live, that type of thing. I thought about making them live like 5 at a time, and so that like I can have maybe 5 in the morning and then 5 at night, but I'm not sure if I want to do it that way or not yet. Holy smokes, I think I have to turn my fan on.
Okay, that'll do, little pig.
We love you all too, Robin.
Boy, it got quiet. I had to make sure everybody was still here.
Yeah.
Who's here?
I said I had to make sure you guys were all still here. It got quiet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm building a box.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm not sure what that would be. A square cup with the handle used. We're not surely not to drink coffee out of. Anyone know what it's for? Could be for just about anything, depending on how it looks. Could be for sugar creamer. Could be measuring cup. Could be something else. No, Robin, he said he's building a box for that turntable.
Getting frustrated doing it.
Don't get too frustrated. Hmm.
I need a 20 by 18 by 8, and I don't have one.
Hmm. I'll be right back. I gotta go help carry groceries in.
Okay.
Fun.
Box builder, box builder. Making up the box building song.
I'm back. Sorry it took so long.
We didn't miss you much.
Okay, Gage.
I'm not Gage anymore. Look, Sally taught me how to.
I got your number.
Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one.
Oh, let's see. Let's see what they're talking about in the chat. Man, you guys been...
Just realized you guys can hear all my little the mouse on my laptop.
Oh. Not a big deal.
Everybody left and it got quiet and I could hear the little oop, oop, oop.
That's not too bad.
No,
Not a big deal.
I had a wireless mouse, but it quit working. That would have been a little quieter, but
Yeah.
and I'm working off of the same laptop that I'm using for the video, so I can't really get around that.
Round, round, get around, I get around.
I get around.
Get around. Woo!
You know that's what my store's named after, right? Well, it's actually a different store or a different name, but Runaround Sue. Isn't that a Beach Boys song? Maybe it's not Beach Boys.
I don't know.
I get around as Beach Boys. Run Around Sue is not Beach Boys.
Yeah.
That helps.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
Todd's my daughter, just like my daughter. Every time somebody says something, he thinks of a song that he can sing the same words. My daughter does that. Doesn't matter what you say, she can think of a song. It's really funny.
I have a song to sing.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you said that, because yesterday I made up a little song for Roscoe, Ringo, and Elvis. A little, yeah. It was dumb, but I ain't singing it, but
I wouldn't either.
it was just a little jingle with all their names in it.
I can't carry a tune, but my daughter sings and sings very well, so.
I write the song, make the young girls cry.
Let's see. So I got 10 up, 10 live. Yeah, I haven't seen Jack either. I haven't seen Jack on. I listed a costume yesterday. It was a little... Ooh, there's something going on. There's a little scratchiness. Do you hear that?
I hear Todd, he's building a box.
Oh, it's really glitchy now.
Are you okay, Todd?
Yeah,
That's a lot better, right? No, I'm still very mute. Okay.
You sound fine here, so.
Sally does. Oh, she's talking. Okay.
She's talking to somebody else.
Yeah. I just seem very
It kind of looked like she was wrestling a snake there for a second, and I was like, what is she doing?
Sally?
I just got a side of the road special. Am I glitchy?
The whole thing is glitchy.
That's what Sally's.
Hold on.
I'm not. I don't know.
It's not on my end, so I can hear you guys just as clear. So it must be on y'all's end.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody mute.
I tried that. I don't think that it worked.
You didn't fix it by muting me.
Well, I tried,
I saw that.
but I couldn't unmute you.
Saw that too.
Yeah.
They said it's feedback from mine, but I have YouTube muted, and so unless my laptop is just doing something stupid.
Can you
Like I said, I can hear you guys just fine. It's clear. So
mute your? Can you mute yourself? Sally,
What?
can y'all hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Huh.
Ah. It was her.
Sally, does that sound
You
better?
should be falling asleep during your show.
Can you hear me fine now?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound clear.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in her new chair, so she's gonna be sleeping during your show now.
Uh-oh.
It's a desk chair, but it has a swivel on it, and
I think
it
swivels,
rocks.
doesn't
Oh, nice.
it? Yeah, it swivels back and forth,
Yeah.
and it rocks back and forth.
And it's very comfy.
That's good.
Yeah, might trade this for my bed.
Yeah, Tessa, I think it was on the, it must have been on the playback that you were glitchy, because it was on your end.
Bye.
But I think it's the playback. I don't think it's the, you're receiving that, because you said you you heard us fine.
Maybe try
to
turning your
unmuting
volume,
it.
or try turning your volume down and then muting.
Yeah. Well, she's muted now.
After I get some tea.
No, you don't need to go. You don't need to go do all that. Just unmute yourself and see if that fixed it.
okay,
Okay.
turn the volume down a little bit. So
Okay. Yeah. So you're still a little bit glitchy. What you can do and try is you can get out of here and then come back in. And sometimes that'll resolve it. I know it's kind of a pain, but
Restart.
all right, let's see.
It happens to the best of us.
yeah, it does. Sorry. I guess I can start the square chicken coop on auction.
That's a cheap trick.
What's that?
That's a cheap trick.
Okay.
It's about as big as my finger.
Well, it does say on the side 100 calories.
Still.
Oh, you guys. Dang, Sassy. 15 drafts finished and listed. That's
Awesome.
good. I got 10. I'm sorry Frankie's fine about your mom. Hope she gets better.
Is it fun listening to me crumple builder's paper?
No, you're fine.
Here, I'll mute.
I'll just mute you if you're too loud anyway. You know, I know that. I know that. I know where that button's at. I'm just kidding. What did he do?
He muted
Oh
himself.
my gosh. So Tessa, are you back?
I'm here.
Good. That sounds much
That
better.
sounds better. Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it just glitches out, and sometimes it's just a simple fix of going out and come back in. So
Yeah, I think you even look better.
you're crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, I sat down in this chair and I went,
She was so beautiful to talk with.
I'm sorry that I hadn't been in the chat much today. I was trying to get some work done.
hey, do what you gotta do.
Did you get your mower fixed?
No, I don't know what to do about it. I suppose
Your
I'll have to
what?
call my mower.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to call somebody, and I don't even know who to call.
Who you gonna call?
I don't think they'd be able to help that.
We're broken. Who you gonna call?
I'm kind of thinking about having somebody else mow it and just worry about it next year.
There you go.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
You said you might be moving, so that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Focus your time on other things right now.
Save my money and have my neighbor. I don't even know if he'll do it. He may not even do it. He may just say, "Go screw yourself." But it's worth trying. Asking him.
Yeah.
And he's usually pretty good about like he pushes all my snow for me and clears off my walkway in the front. And usually pretty good about that. So I figure there's a slight chance that he might say yes.
It's always worth asking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
I mean, I don't know if you live in like a rural area where there's a lot of houses, but I mean, there's usually kids, teenagers that will be willing to get out and do it. And
I mean, if there are, I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. So.
I know we have like a Facebook group for our neighborhood, and you can get on there and post, and a kid will just about come and do your yard. I mean, there's like a whole handful of them that will come and do it.
I might put that out there on Facebook. Of course, I don't want any like. I don't want to sound cheap, but I don't want like a business coming and saying we'll mow your yard for $50 a month. Or,
Right.
I don't want anything like that. I want like, maybe once a month, maybe twice, until, winter gets here, until it starts dying off, and then there's no need to mow it.
Right.
I think I'm done for now, guys. It's too warm in here. I'm
Okay.
dying of stroke and I need to eat and go to bed, and I got 6 or 7 drafts up. Let me see. I think I got 7, maybe 8 drafts up. So I'm gonna take pictures in a little while and
get your 10 up.
What?
Yes, I will. I'll do my best.
Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to close down in about 19 minutes or so. So.
Yeah. All right. Margot
No.
says Sally got her chair, and now it's so long for us.
Good. I'm glad.
I mean, it's comfortable though. It's very padded. I'm surprised how padded it is. But
Yeah,
it's a nice chair.
that's trouble. That's like how my blanket is for me on my recliner. It's trouble. It only leads to naps. That's the only thing it leads to.
All right.
Yeah, sometimes I go and get comfortable on the couch and try to work and cover up and turn on a TV show and kind of try to multitask, and that never works.
No.
I'm lucky if I get one listing per episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sis. You take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey guys.
Love ya.
Bye.
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 Amelia says, I can't wait till winter so I don't have to mow. Actually, I love to mow. I absolutely love to mow. And it really sucked when my mower broke, but I don't see it's going to be an easy fix. To me, it looks like a easily $100 bill. So. Uh-oh. That's not good fishing and picking. No, you can't be doing that.
What he said, or what she said.
Well, I'm not really understanding. He said, I hired a kid from the neighborhood, and he started humping my tomatoes, trying to take a selfie. I don't know exactly what that means, but I don't want to know, really.
Hey then. There is no time.
Yeah. The Comfortable Life says, does anyone here ship international, not GSP? I know Jason does. Jason ships solely, as far as I know. He may have had to change a heart, but I'm pretty sure that he lists international, not with GSP. Especially like a lot of his what do you call it? His tools. Yeah. And then Beth says she ships direct to Canada.
I use GSP, but I don't really mess with any of the other.
Yeah, I don't want to have to mess with that. All I know is that it goes to the GSP warehouse, and my responsibility is, just getting it there to Kentucky. So, Fishing and Picking says, I hired a kid to mow my yard, but I caught him humping my tomato plants, trying to take a selfie. Yeah, it's probably not somebody I'd want mowing my lawn either. It's actually a riding lawnmower, and we've probably had it for about 7-8 years. Beth says Canada is super easy and so much cheaper than GSP for buyers. And Robin put a spin on it and said, off-topic question, what is your favorite bake sale go-to item? I would have to say, I agree with Beth, because I'm a sucker for chocolate chip cookies, but I also like peanut brittle. And usually on a bake sale, they'll have peanut brittle. So.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
No, not pecan. Pecan.
Pecan pie. That's the right way to say it.
Pecan.
Okay. Pick off. Pick off.
Pecan.
Pecan. off. Banana bread. Margot says. Y'all sent stuff to Amazon FBA. I had some questions about October 1st rate change. I used to, and I no longer. I don't send anything to FBA anymore, so I wouldn't. I'm completely out of the loop as far as that goes. So who else sells? Fishing and Picking, doesn't he? Don't you sell on Amazon? Fishing and Picking. Maybe you can answer that question for Shantae. Pecan pie.
Oh, a pecan is something you keep by your bed at nighttime. Go to the bathroom to go pee. That's a pecan. Pecan. Yankee.
Okay. All right.
Can't pronounce the King's English.
All right, Fishing Picking. I didn't realize that you had quit, so I quit the FBA. So now I know, and now I know Tessa sells on FBA, so maybe she can answer that question.
Damn Yankees.
That's true. Margot said that Scott is a good person to talk to about FBA. But I mean, there's a lot of people in here that sell FBA too. So Fishing and Picking, I'm an MFer too. There you go.
I have a box. Yay! I hate packing big stuff, but it's $100. What are you gonna do?
There you go. It's well worth it. Exclude Canada from your GSP settings. Then in your listing, it has additional shipping or something like that. Choose Canada and calculate it.
Let's see. Selling.
Huh. Pecan. That's right. You said it, Robin. Can is CAN. Con is CON. So it has to be pecan pie. Take that, Mr. Parker. With a candlestick.
Ass with red hot poker. Okay, how much does this weigh? Too much for priority mail, I know that.
Yeah. £15, 12 ounces. Woo.
It's almost half $1. So
Chanta, let me go back and look at my email and see what it said, because I did get an email yesterday from them. But I was under the assumption that it was getting higher for fourth quarter. And usually it does, or at least the last 2 years. And the reason why is because they want to make sure that the stuff you're sending to them is going to sell. So they have increased the rate so that you're just not sending in anything. They want you to really look at the ranks before you send it in. But let me double check, just make sure that I have that right.
Wow.
Now the fee removal, the inventory removal free did go down because they want you to remove anything that you have excess inventory in.
FedEx. Home delivery. Your packaging. $24.61. Good thing I charged the customer $29.
There you go.
Little pig,
Let
let
me in.
All right, let's see. So this is what the email that I got yesterday says. It says that on October 1st, the monthly inventory storage fee, so in other words, just the fee that they charge you to store your inventory in the warehouse, will increase from 64 cents per cubic foot to $2.35 per cubic foot for standard items, and from 43 cents per cubic foot to $1.15 per cubic foot for oversized items, just for October, November, and December. So the storage fee is definitely going up. However, you can remove inventory for free to avoid those fees starting on the 19th, which was 2 days ago. Normally, the removal fee is 50 cents per item. And so for right now, they are removing that. That way you can avoid those storage fees. So the removal fee has definitely went down, but the storage fee has gone up. And Tonto, I just saw that you gave your email. I can email you and see if you have any other questions, but hopefully that explains it. And if you're selling out in a week and a half of a case, then you're probably okay, because you're probably not you're not really going to incur a lot of storage fees.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
What?
All right. Just counted out 500 slides for a lot. Wow. Good job, Beth. I seen that and I was like, nope. Just they'll get it. Let them get it. They'll take care of him.
500 bottles of slides on the wall. 500 bottles of slides.
I just sold something,
Drink up.
but unfortunately, it wasn't one of those that I had listed. So, all right. So the challenge is over. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Hope you got some things done and some stuff listed. I was kind of thinking about, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I wanted to do the challenge on Saturday from like 12 to 6. But if I did it then, I don't know that Sally would be able to participate. So, might do it. I don't know. I guess we could do it both days for that matter. But I'll do like a poll or something, put it in the group. You all can figure out how you want to do it. More than likely, we'll probably have it both days, but I got 10 up and live, so not too shabby. So, all right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day and get you some more listings made up.
Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
All righty. Everybody have fun.